What's going on, guys? As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment. Without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So it's been a little bit. I just wanted to do an update. We've done a couple things. Some things have progressed. I thought it'd be interesting to show y'all how tall our okra has gotten. It's huge. We are going to be using it for seed. I'm just waiting for these pods to dry up like this one, and we'll be harvesting all those for seed. We stripped all these excess branches except for this one down because we are growing loofah on it. And as you can see, we got some loofahs going. We have harvested one of our loofahs. It was just a portion of it because I was still figuring out how to harvest. I've also stripped the bottoms of these other okras to get them to start growing like this guy here. As you can see, there's some dirt. What we did is we actually took 11 black cow manure compost bags, and we threw them out just kind of where there wasn't any plants, and we could just kind of somewhat spread it around. As you can see, the lemon tree here, the improved Meyer cutting, is growing. Mountain laurel's growing. Mulberry's growing as well. We've been stripping the leaves off the bottom of this lemon just so we can grow it like the peach. I'll show you all that in a bit. It's doing great. The fig, it's got some new growth on it. Of course, our moringa is beginning to recover. We're still filling some containers with dirt. I've also moved these guys over here. So we did transplant the rosemary, but as you can see, it wasn't doing good. It was too wet, so I pushed it over here because you could see the aloe. It was getting too much water off of our sprinkler system that we had going over there. And this guy here didn't have a horrible amount of too much water, but it did have a little bit too much, and just generally we needed a succulent area, so I set these guys up here so they're starting to thrive and recover from that. Another cool thing is that the hibiscus, we're almost at seed. We're really waiting for these internals to start drying up down in there so we can start harvesting some seed. I'm very, very happy with it. I think we're going to continue growing that in the future. We are working on getting a hold of some mammoth loofah seeds to replace this loofah. I'm really starting to like just the mammoth plants, even if I don't care as much for the mammoth production. But a lot of the plants, it has excess capability of producing. So, this entire stalk has produced okra, and each stalk that it shot out after that, all of these side branching, or horizontal branching, has been producing as well. As you can see right here, it's super productive, and that's the part I think that we like the most about these plants. We have finally, it has been a long journey, but we have finally got a watermelon growing. We do have some others that are going to start soon, so I'm very excited about that. We're going to let these guys cook, and as you can see, the black manure compost, we've kind of spread around the hibiscus all through here, and then all through here. I don't mind staying away from this in the effort of getting a harvest because we really need seed. We no longer have watermelon seed, so if we cannot get seed out of these guys, then that means our land race will be dead and we will have to start over again next year, which we are trying to avoid. Now, the hibiscus has been flowering vigorously, and we've been eating the calyxes so often that we're really having to start restraining ourselves because it's just so good. It's tart and sweet. Absolutely loving it. The asparagus is doing phenomenal. Look at this stuff. Just bushing out. This is the peach tree here. So this is what I was telling y'all about the lemon tree seedling, how we stripped the bottom section because this will never get taller. So this will always be the same length, and it'll get thicker over time, but we want it to be where whenever this ultimately goes in the ground somewhere, someone can get a weed eater under it and still kind of maintenance it to some degree, give you a little bit of wiggle room and leniency. And then we will top it once it gets to be about yay tall, like we did here, and force all this other branching as you can see, I mean, it's just huge. So very pleased with that. We've been getting seeds off of our basil. I'll have to do a video on that later on. But this has been cut back. We've actually harvested basil and seeds out of it. The pear, you can see we're doing the same thing. We're stripping all of the lower leaves, letting it get to this size as the peach did, and then we will force more branching as well. The papaya is doing great. I'm interested to see what happens. It's not growing too aggressively quite yet, but hopefully it will soon, so we can try to make it through the winter. This loofah is actually the one that produced our first loofah that we harvested for sponge use and for some seed. We have just some general store-bought apple seeds going here, so we could start getting some rootstock. We have some thyme. I've also bonsai'd this plant a little bit better, so it was in about a 2 or 3 gallon container. I had chopped the root mass down, so it's now in a gallon container. And then I'm hoping that if we can make it in this container until spring, come spring, I think I want to chop this root mass in half again. We're just going to see how it kind of recovers. You can see it's not too happy about it, but I think it'll recover. This has been a pretty hardy tree. As you can see, this is our mountain laurels here. I mean, they're still producing. There's another one here. There's another one here. Another one coming out here. We're just going to let it produce, let them become an entire root mass, and I think I'll just mess with it come spring. Here we have store-bought peach, and we also got a hold of some lemon lime, something like that, from the valley of Texas. So we planted those. It's like a lemon crossed with a some type of orange or something. So what that did, it's like super juicy. Like even when I was harvesting the seeds, it was just a phenomenal fruit. So I'm really hoping we can maybe save some of that genetic. It would be pretty cool to see what happens. Little baby loofah, it's about to flower. Another cool little thing is we've been saving bell peppers, just washing them and throwing them up here. It has taken a long time, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we've had a lot of progress with it. I'm very excited to see what we can do with the paprika. So you can see, like, they're just about done. I mean, they're very leathery. Of course, the morning humidity is probably not great for this dehydration process, but I may put it in like the Instapot on dehydrate, or maybe just like a very light oven setting or something, just to kind of finish them off, and then I think we'll powder them and kind of go from there. Another container we're still filling up, but that's pretty much it for now, guys. As always, peace, be kind out there, and we'll see you all on the next one.